air fryer, 15 minutes, bada boom, bada bing. Best roasted potatoes. Like, amazing. We often don't do like chicken and stuff. Like, we'll just pan fry that. And eventually we want to get a barbecue and actually cook meat like how the Lord and Savior intended.
Yeah.
On the barbecue, on the grill. Hello.
And welcome back to the
Dysfunctional Duo.
starring me.
You need to start saying your goddamn name.
I'm Sarah.
What the fuck? I was about to say Spencer.
It worked.
Toxic.
Sarah has a very special episode for us.
Well, happy Easter.
It's Easter.
This episode's coming out on Easter weekend. Do Americans celebrate Easter a different weekend?
No.
It's not like Thanksgiving?
No, I don't know why there's a difference in Thanksgiving, but Easter's very much like there's only one day he died. It doesn't switch.
Yeah, I actually don't know why Thanksgiving is in October for Canadians.
I don't know either.
That'll be for a future episode.
Right?
Happy Easter. Can you tell it's Easter?
No. I look like a pig.
You don't look like a pig. Pigs do not have that big of ears.
I thought they did.
No.
I look like Piglet.
No.
It's cute.
Piglet. Is Piglet a pig?
Yeah. Why do you think his name's Piglet?
He doesn't look like a pig. He looks like
a rat?
like a weasel.
Kinda.
Like a little weasel.
But I'm pretty sure he's meant to be a pig. I don't know what else he was supposed to be. A guinea pig, maybe?
See, now you look more like a bunny. I think it's because of how you had your ears.
My ears were all, like, weird, gross.
I don't know.
Right? I don't know.
Welcome to our Easter episode.
Merry Easter.
We were talking about this off camera. Easter, probably one of the more, like, low-key holidays.
I could do without
For
it.
children, I feel like it's a pretty pivotal holiday. However, okay, let's talk about this for a second, because St. Paddy's Day just passed. Did you have any, like, significant memories from, like, holidays? Like, Valentine's Day, what would happen to you for, like, as a kid? Like, what were, like, some, like, memories?
So, for Valentine's Day specifically, I think the only memories I had is, like, when you'd buy those, like, cards.
Yeah.
From anywhere.
Yep.
And, like, they'd have different themes. Mine were usually, like, princess or, like, cute, Winnie the Pooh. And you just, like, you had to give one to everyone in the class.
Mm-hmm.
This was back in the day where, like, you could hand out baked goods and no one, like, really saw that as, like, being weird. So a lot of my...
Is that weird now?
It is. Oh, you couldn't do that. Like,
The
a
hell?
lot of my classmates' parents would bake the best cookies. The, like, Pillsbury cookies.
Mm-hmm.
They're, like, they have, like, the little picture depending on the holiday.
Yep.
So I'd get a bunch of those. And they were so
interesting. Yeah, definitely, like, the little, Valentine's Day cards.
Yeah.
St. Paddy's Day, my parents would always set up a trap with me the night before St. Paddy's Day, and then I would catch a leprechaun. So
that's cute.
There would be, like, a little stone or, like, porcelain leprechaun under, like, a laundry basket, because when the sun rises, he turns to stone. So I would always catch leprechauns on St. Paddy's Day.
I loved that.
It's definitely a tradition I'm carrying down to my kids.
I didn't have St. Patrick's
I think
Day
it's
was not a
fantastic.
thing for
So,
us.
and like Valentine's Day, you get like a basket of goodies. St. Paddy's Day, I feel like I probably got a basket of goodies.
Easter?
Oh, my cat's drinking water. I was like,
What is that?
He's such an aggressive drinker. Easter for sure. Like Easter eggs, Easter egg hunts. When I was a little girl, my dad led a little Easter egg trail to the fridge, and in the fridge was this really big chocolate-like angel.
That's so cute.
With like a little bunny in her arm.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
So that was like my most pivotal memory of Easter. But yeah, Easter egg hunts are kind of like the go-to. Halloween, trick-or-treating, Christmas, Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving, just eating.
I'm not a Thanksgiving person, personally. I'm not thankful. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like turkey dinner. I'm gonna say it. I don't like turkey dinner. I think it's boring. It's the same thing every year. I don't like turkey. Stuffing's great.
Do the people in your life cook turkey appropriately, though?
Probably not. We're white.
So I feel like that's the issue. I have
parents are gonna
fantastic cooks in my
fucking see this.
family, and so I'm always fucking ready to eat on Thanksgiving. And we eat the same meal usually for Christmas, so it's turkey again. But I'm always down. But I have had mediocre turkey, and yeah, I would be okay not having it again. But my family cooks turkey like pros, and it's always so good. Their mashed potatoes, fantastic. Even their vegetables, amazing.
It's just not. I don't think it's my
I feel
type
like you need
of
to have
dinner.
Thanksgiving. I feel like you need to have Thanksgiving that my mom's cooked.
Maybe I would try it. I can see her having like the most bussin' turkey ever.
For sure. And my grandpa makes an amazing turkey too. So like I feel like that's why. And also just adulting, you don't want to fucking cook for yourself. It's a treat when you do not have to be the one to cook. I will never be that lady that hosts.
No.
I mean, I've hosted people.
No.
But and like, you know what, last Thanksgiving we were going to do a Friendsgiving, so we were the one who was going to cook the turkey. But like my amazing mother, she is a host through and through. She loves hosting people. It's like, I think it's like her hobby. Like she loves it.
Yeah.
I am not that person. That did not get passed down to my line of children. I hate hosting people. It stresses me out.
Yeah.
It's fucking expensive. And I have to clean up. And why don't we just go out and eat? Granted, they find, like, I remember my parents saying that when they go out for dinner with each other, because we don't, like, with Leo's parents, when we see them, we go out.
Yeah.
We often don't have food at their home. If we're doing something celebrating, we're eating at a restaurant. My family's not like that. Often if we're celebrating, it's come over, let's celebrate at the house. My parents had said to me, I think my dad had said to me once that he takes my mom out for dinner, not because he wants her to have an amazing dinner, but because he doesn't want her to have to cook. He wants her to celebrate. But she'll go to a restaurant and she's like, I can make this better.
Yeah. Oh, and she probably could.
Like, she doesn't go to a restaurant and is like, wow, that's life-changing. She's often like, I can make this way better. So cooking is more of like a celebration for her than it is for me, where I'm like, oh, fuck, like, I just don't want to clean up the dishes and deal with the mess and all this shit. So it's like...
Well, Thanksgiving and Christmas, I guess also Easter kind of falls into that. That dinner is not just like, oh, come over, we have a quick dinner, chat a little bit, and you leave. It's like, for my family,
6-7 hours.
Well, it's like the table's full of all this different kinds of food, which is for my family like made from scratch, like to the cranberry sauce, everything. The buns are always made from scratch, which is a lot of prep work and a lot of money because you have to go out and buy the ingredients for it. And then for like basically 2 weeks prior to dinner, you're like making everything beforehand so that when it comes to the day, you can just like basically take the turkey out of the oven, warm up like the stuffing and the mashed potatoes, and like everything else is done. No, but it's just like, it's the leftovers, the abundance of leftovers.
Ooh, so good. But they often, I don't know about you, but like my family often gives the leftovers away.
They try to. My family tries to, but nobody takes it. I'm not a leftover person. I don't know if that's, I feel like that's controversial.
Wait until you live on your own.
I do live on my own.
Well, you live with your sister.
But like, I have lived on my own.
But like, I mean, like, wait until you're like, there's not another person responsible for cooking for you or cooking with you.
No, I still won't do it.
You'll never take leftovers?
I'm not a leftover person. No. It depends on what it is. There are some things that like are better as leftovers.
Like what?
Soups, like cheddar broccli.
No.
Yeah. It smells weird when it comes out of the fridge, but when you warm it up,
Gross.
It tastes better.
No. I disagree.
I actually think pizza's horrible as like the day after.
Well, how do you reheat it?
Microwave.
Yeah, you're dumb.
Well, how do you do it?
Air fryer, bitch.
I don't have an air fryer.
Then you haven't had perfectly reheated. It's not bougie. Most households have fucking air fryers now. It's like a toaster.
But like for everything, people cook meat in that. It kind of freaks me out.
No, it's like the oven.
I know, but it's so fast.
Yeah, it's because of how the air circulates through it. The air fryer is the most amazing thing ever. You have to get the right one. Like, we bought one that was full of like Teflon, and then we were like, we can't do this. So we got like a good quality one that's not Teflon.
What is that?
It's a non-stick thing that's often on pans.
Oh.
And it's like known to give you cancer.
Oh shit.
So like the first one we bought was like one of those Ninjas that like is like coated in Teflon. The second one that we now have, it's all metal. It's all aluminum or whatever. It's not Teflon. And it's amazing. It's like have fries, like perfectly cooked fries in fucking 5 minutes. No oil. So you're not like adding oil and shit to your food. It's just the food. Potatoes. Like I love roasted potatoes. Takes forever to cook in the oven. Air fryer, 15 minutes. Bada boom, bada bing. Best roasted potatoes. Like amazing. We often don't do like chicken and stuff. Like we'll just pan fry that. And eventually we want to get a barbecue and actually cook meat like how the Lord and Savior intended.
Yeah.
On the barbecue, on the grill. But right now, like we just often use like our cast iron pan or something like that.
Mhm.
But the air fryer is amazing. Cookies, air fryer, babe.
What?
Yeah, air fryer. Banana loaf, air fryer.
See that
Vegetables, roasted veggies, air fryer. Frozen veggies, this is like the best life hack I have. If you want to have a lot of veggies, but you don't want to cut it up and like meal prep that way, buy a bag of frozen veggies, throw it in the air fryer, salt and a little bit of lemon juice, and it's like fresh veg. It's delicious, and it's roasted veggies.
I love
It's
frozen
amazing.
veggies.
Cuts time in half. Air fryers are literally like I cannot speak about air fryers enough. They're amazing. So I feel like
Air fryer sponsor.
they also change the reheating and leftover game. But I will say, how do you eat? If you were to eat your Thanksgiving leftovers, how would you do it?
I make like sandwiches.
Okay, yeah. See, that's my favorite. My mom passed that down to me, that after Thanksgiving, you get the buns and you take the turkey and you make yourself turkey sandwiches the next day. And they're delicious.
I think my thing is like I just don't like the ingredients that I'm having to work with, specifically for like this type of dinner to begin with. Like when it's fresh on the table, I'm going to eat it because like it's on the table, and I'm not going to be like that bitch that's like, I don't want this. Like I always eat it, but like I'm never craving this. It's nothing like if I could eliminate it from like my palate, I would.
Mashed potatoes and roasted veggies and turkey.
Yeah, I like in that as like that all together. I love mashed potatoes.
So disappointed. Okay,
Yeah.
to potatoes, I look forward to. If you're going for the turkey, what side of the turkey do you go for?
I go for the leg. I like the leg.
So you like dark meat?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
It's juicier typically.
Yeah, I like
'cause
dark
it's
meat.
Pretty dry, at least for how I've had it.
White meat's really good for sandwiches, though.
It is the better meat for the sandwiches, and I do think like the sandwiches are best. The buns are honestly for me the best part.
And I just love mayo, and so I put mayo on my bun, and I'm upset.
Butter,
I can't
mayo.
believe you don't like stuffing. I can kind of get on board with because I feel like it's never good reheated and as leftover.
It's like mushy, and then like that's a textural thing for me.
I'm not crazy about stuffing, but I will live and die on mashed potatoes, literally. If I lost all my teeth and they said you have to live off mashed potatoes, I'd be like fucking bad.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, I would love it.
I
love mashed potatoes.
I mean, like again, like I'm not against mashed potatoes, but I wouldn't eliminate it from like.
Do you like potatoes in general though? Like, are you like just in awe of potatoes?
No.
So that's why, because out of all the options you could have potatoes, mashed potatoes is sometimes like considered like baby food for people who don't love potatoes. But like, I love potatoes, all forms.
I do like like scallop potatoes are one of my favorites.
Don't like scallop potatoes.
I don't like it with cream of mushroom.
It's just I like roasted potatoes, crunchy, crispy, nicely in its perfect form.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like be obsessed with a fucking oven roast like or a baked potato. Like I never crave it.
Same.
Fries for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Mashed potatoes for sure. But
tater
it's
tots,
also the gravy. Like I love I hate tater tots.
Tater tots?
Don't hate them.
Honestly,
I will eat them, but I'm always disappointed.
Well, they're not very flavorful, which is something I've noticed.
And they're just kind of like they just kind
mushy.
of dissolve in your mouth.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
I prefer hash browns over tater tots because they can get crispy on the outside and then they're soft.
If the
on the
hash
inside.
browns are like, but see, I think there's two types of hash browns that people talk about. The hash brown that you get at McDonald's and Tim Hortons, no thank you.
No.
But hash browns that you cut up really small, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Like homemade hash brown, yeah.
Like if you were to go to like a nice breakfast place and that's what they serve.
But again, I think that's just a roasted potato in smaller form.
It is.
So I feel like it
with
doesn't change.
Butter and garlic. I like it.
with some cheese on top. It's always really nice. Yeah. Anyways, we really went off topic.
We do
So you had asked me, like, we were talking about this. Like, if I ask you where did the origin of Halloween come from, you would say,
I don't know. The witches. I
I
don't think I
expected
know.
a better answer.
I don't think I know like exactly why Halloween started.
All Hallows Eve was created because it was the day that is most known for like demons and monsters to come out, and so they dressed up like the monsters so that they wouldn't be able to decipher who's the real ones and who are the fake ones.
Oh.
And you leave jack-o'-lanterns out as a way of showing that you like that your home, it like wards off evil spirits.
I love that.
Origin of Christmas,
Jesus.
Santa, all that kind of stuff. Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas. Who is Santa?
Yeah, he became Santa, but Saint Nicholas was an actual saint.
Okay.
Origin of Saint Patrick's Day.
I don't know. Leprechauns.
I think the origin is a saint who the story is that he ran the snakes out of a town. I think
He ran the snakes
hold on.
out of a town. I actually, now that I'm like thinking of this right now, I don't think I've ever been told like why there's a St. Patrick's Day. I couldn't tell you. I just know people drink green beer. That's the only thing I know about it.
Do you know, I heard this recently that Chicago and Savannah like celebrate the shit out of St. Patrick's Day, and Chicago dyes their water green.
Really?
For the day, yeah. So St. Patrick's Day originally was celebrated in Ireland with religious services and feasts. Irish immigrants, St. Patty tradition to United States, the date evolved, blah 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 blah. So it's to honor a patron saint of Ireland who died around the 5th century. So it's to honor, again, it's, I think, of religious nature. St. Patty's Day. I think St. Patrick was the saint.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
They named
I
it
don't know
after
where the
someone
leprechauns
else.
came from. I think things just...
Well, I mean, let's look at Easter.
Well,
why is there a bunny?
So this is where it kind of led, is you were asking me, like, what's the origin of Easter? And so I was like looking this week because I was like, what the fuck do we talk about for Easter? And I don't know a ton about Easter. I mean, I know the things that are like pretty mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, eggs, bunnies. I think Easter kind of symbolizes like fertility and like a new spring, right? Spring is when a lot of animals are creating new babies. I'm assuming bunnies fall into that. I don't know where the rabbit came from, but that's my assumption. Anyways, so I went through this and some stuff was actually kind of interesting. So I thought we would go through these and just have a little chitty chat.
Okay, I'm excited.
So, the first one is that eggs used to be colored with natural ingredients. So,
Natural?
yeah. So when you think natural ingredients, what do you think people would dye eggs with?
Coal.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like the Victorians used like lead for a lot of their like
Touche.
makeup and stuff. I know there's like that bug that like if you squish it, it's like super bright red.
Yeah.
That's typically where red lipstick comes from. That's my assumption. It's just like random shit that they have flying around.
Okay, I mean, those are pretty amazing answers. They're all wrong, but they're
shit.
amazing. They would use onion peels and tree bark and even flower petals to dye different eggs, different colors.
Flower petals?
And they would eat the eggs.
Oh, they would eat the eggs?
Yep.
So they just paint it and then crack it open?
Yeah, it was like when you would go on an Easter egg hunt, you were going on an Easter egg hunt for real eggs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like there's like wild chickens, I guess?
Yeah. So you asked me where the Easter Bunny came from.
Yes.
The Easter Bunny was created, just like Santa in his origin now, was to ensure that kids were well behaved before Easter started. Because Easter, like way back, when a lot of people were like attending church and everyone kind of was committed to like, you know, a certain religion.
Mm-hmm.
It was, you would go to church and you would celebrate Easter because a lot of it is like, what is Easter? It's the rebirth of Jesus, I think.
He dies and comes back.
Yeah, so his resurrection, yeah. So it was like Santa, the Easter Bunny was created to ensure that kids were well behaved. So the Easter Bunny, the original Easter Bunny, would actually judge kids to see if they were naughty or nice.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So very much giving Santa.
And the origin of the basket was you would go up to the rabbit, and if you were a good kid, you would get eggs, and if you were naughty, you would be left with an empty basket.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that these holidays surround like making your child fear.
I
being
honestly
naughty.
think it was a group of parents who all got in a fucking circle and said, these kids are about to drive me bananas.
Yeah.
How the fuck do we contain these kids? Because even like Krampus is like the scary version of Santa, and he was created to tell kids in Germany, Germany. Why did that sound so weird when I said that? It sounded like that wasn't accurate at all. That sounded like that was not what I was supposed to be saying. That word was weird. They would tell them that Krampus would come and like take them and
my
like
God.
kidnap them if they were naughty. Isn't that insane, dude? So things like that happen all the time.
That's funny, I think. Like behave or this monster is gonna come and take you in the night. And kids are like, well shit.
This is interesting. Hi, Milo. Sorry. Milo, come here. Come here.
Why is Milo wearing a collar? Leo kind of
Because he's a distinguished gentleman. I don't know. We put collars on them a while ago. Hi, buddy. And then they just take them off out of protest.
Oh.
And then we just don't put them back on. But we when we lived in an apartment building and they were more often to get out, we would put their collar on because they had tags on their collar telling them that they were missing and that they could call us so we could find our cat. Now that they're not really, and like honestly, I feel like the most that they would have needed the collar was here because both of them have managed to get out of the house. But they'll just take them off and then we just won't fight to put them back on them.
Mhm.
Finn has one too somewhere here. And Finn's, Milo is microchipped. Finn is microchipped too, but Finn also has a collar with his registry number on it. So that if somebody finds him, they can put his number in and my information comes up, my address, my number, so that they don't take him to the pound and they don't know, are you okay?
Yeah.
What is
I'm,
happening?
Like, choking, but like I don't know why.
Oh my God.
Do you ever get that where like, sorry, your like throat just starts to like spasm?
I'll choke on my own spit, but I don't know if I've ever just choked for the sake of choking.
I just like to choke. Yeah.
Love it. So yeah, Leo was looking at him and he was like, you should have your collar on. So he grabbed his collar and put it on him.
It looks cute on him.
Yeah, we just want him to look like a distinguished little gentleman.
He does. He can't be trained, but he can't be domesticated.
This is true. Yeah, that's what I said. I said, you look very domesticated right now, Milo. Another fun fact about Easter is that unlike Christmas and Halloween, where it falls on a particular date, every year Easter falls on a different date.
I never understood that either. Like, why does it change?
It's because it's determined by the moon's cycle.
Oh.
So you know how and it also follows, depending on the date of the year, that like it falls on Easter Monday.
Oh. Okay.
So it's not Halloween October 31st. It's Easter's on Monday. And every year, Monday's date changes, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, like the year you were born,
That makes
and
sense.
on that date is not the same day that you will celebrate your birthday this year. Well, yes, but no. Every 30 years, I think you are back at the same. No, sorry, every 7 days or every 7 years, you're re-celebrating the same day that you were born on.
Oh.
Right? That's why Halloween, sometimes you would celebrate Halloween and it would fall on a Friday. Sometimes you celebrate Halloween, it's on a fucking Tuesday.
I love it when it was on a weekend.
Me too.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Because you could stay up late with your sugar high.
Yeah.
And like watch like scary
and
movies.
then sleep in on Saturday.
sleep in.
Yeah, that was fun. Fuck, I have so many good memories. I can't wait for a Halloween episode because we can just reminisce. Actually, we've declared it that leading up, Halloween is Christmas. I think I love more, but Halloween is really our favorite holiday.
Halloween is like Christmas, I think everyone loves Christmas, and
Yeah.
for a variety of reasons, give or take. Halloween, we love it because it's our thing.
It is. It's our shared love for Halloween.
Like,
So
yeah.
we want to do like a leading up to Halloween. So the 4 episodes before Halloween, we're going to be talking about Halloween stuff. So we'll be able to talk about our memories because we have quite a few.
We have a lot.
Yeah. So the transition over to dyeing your eggs in pastel colors, right? When you think of Easter, what do you think of? Pastels.
Yeah.
Pink, baby blue, light purple,
Yellow.
They're actually connected to religious symbolism.
Oh, shit.
So for days like Lent and
Mhm.
Good Friday, the colors are actually symbolic of those days.
Oh.
That's why the colors were taken into effect.
I never knew that.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Even when we're not religious, we're still impacted by religious symbolism.
It's everywhere.
God do be impacted.
Yeah.
If we're talking about Easter chocolate,
Yeah.
right? When you think of Easter chocolate, you're thinking of different levels of Easter chocolate, right?
Yeah.
You have the really shitty Easter chocolate.
The colorful tinfoil ones.
Yeah, which always tasted like kind of like burnt chocolate.
They had a really distinct flavor, and if you had too much of them, it was like throw up level.
And it was, I never liked the really cheap chocolate.
No.
But then when you're thinking of Easter chocolate, good quality, you're thinking like Lind, you're thinking Purdy's chocolate, you're thinking like these pretty like expensive chocolates. I feel like there's another one that I can't think of right now that like they do a pretty good job on Easter chocolate. But if we're talking about chocolate, what is the symbol of chocolate that you often see during Easter?
The symbol of chocolate?
Yeah.
Like an egg?
Yeah, or
a chicken. A chick.
What the fuck?
The chicks.
Oh, okay. Those are marshmallows.
Oh. But that's what I see. Carrots because of the bunny. Or the bunny.
The bunny.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting for. You really kind of did a tiptoe dance around it.
But took the long way. The scenic way.
Also, I've never seen a chocolate chicken. I just have to make that known.
I'm pretty
like
sure
a rooster just chilling in a chocolate box?
Not a rooster. It was like the chicks. Like a baby chicken.
A chocolate chick?
Yeah.
Oh. I think of Peeps when I think of chicks.
That's also what I think of.
Yeah, okay. But again, symbolism of birth, right?
Yeah.
Chicks, baby chickens coming in for spring. Eggs. They
bunny.
laid the eggs. Yeah, I don't know where this origin started that the bunny creates the eggs. I don't know who missed the class of nature, but they definitely got that backwards. This person obviously was not a farmer, but if I asked you what the most expensive chocolate bunny that's ever been created would cost, what would your assumption be?
The most expensive chocolate bunny.
Yeah.
Can I ask what kind of chocolate it is? Do you know?
Let me look.
Like, was there a specific? How big was it? I'm just guessing price, right?
You're just guessing price. It doesn't tell me the type of chocolate, but it does tell me why it was the price that it was.
Okay.
I'll give you this.
Okay.
It was 548,000 calories.
Okay.
So,
who ate this? I don't know. Was it for somebody? Like, was it a gift?
It doesn't tell me.
Okay.
But it says best to eat with a bunch of friends, so I'm assuming it was large.
Oh, it was probably for like a party of some sorts. Maybe the Pope. Does
the Pope eat chocolate?
I don't know.
Is he allowed to eat chocolate?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We should ask him. He should come on our podcast. We have the Pope here with us today.
How old is that man?
Probably like 362.
Is the Pope that exists now the Pope that existed when we were kids? Same Pope?
No. There's been a relatively recent switch.
Okay, so the previous one passed.
Yes. Yeah.
If you are removed from your Pope position, it's just because you die?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe you can step down. I don't know.
Can you step down?
Maybe. I think so. I don't understand the concept of a Pope.
Me neither. I just know what he looks like.
I know he has like a cool hat.
He has 2 hats, right? Sometimes they have the little like yarmulke.
Yeah.
Like the little like flap of silk. and sometimes they have the really grandiose.
I like the big, the tall one.
the guy who wears the hat in Princess Bride, where you go Mowich,
Mowich!
like that kind of hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry, how many calories was it?
548,000.
548,000. I was gonna say maybe $1 per calorie, but that seems like a lot for a chocolate bar.
I wonder. Hold on, let me look something up here.
Oh god. Okay. For a chocolate bunny? Oh my god. I have so many questions.
So this chocolate bunny is, if your average intake of calories is called 2,500 a day, like that's what we're recommended to have. It
Yeah.
varies for every person, but that's 219 intakes of your daily calories.
The way I would eat that by myself.
So I'm assuming it must be big. It
must
be
huge.
But yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna guess. I'm trying to think. Do I lowball it, like Price is Right, or do I just say like I'm gonna say for chocolate that big, that could sustain you for probably about a year.
I'm gonna say, what is chocolate bunny for the price of? No, I'm
yeah.
kidding.
What is? Fuck. I don't. I'm gonna say $23,000.
What's your highball?
My highball was gonna be like 50. But I feel like nobody's spending $50,000
Mm,
on a chocolate.
they're spending 49.
On a chocolate?
Yeah, $49,000. It doesn't say, but it says it contained 548,000 calories, so best to eat with a whole bunch of friends. The most expensive feature was the 2 solitaire diamond eyes.
Diamond eyes?
Yeah.
So you're not even paying for the chocolate. Do you get to keep the diamonds?
I mean, I would assume,
Okay.
unless you eat them, and then you kind of hope that they just come out intact.
Well, your teeth would break.
This is true.
I think if you try to eat a diamond.
It doesn't give me a lot, but yes, it does say that the most expensive Easter bunny cost $49,000.
$49,000 for a chocolate bunny.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Right? How casually could you just buy a fucking chocolate bunny like that?
They must be either like a very wealthy family,
Or maybe it's like a company thing.
or it's like a company that's like, yes, it's like one bunny, but it was meant to
it's like an event.
for like thousands and thousands.
Yeah,
of
I can see like
people.
Louis Vuitton doing something like that. You know?
Sure.
Or maybe Cartier or something.
Sure, but like
Swarovski, maybe.
well, that would make sense with the
Right?
diamonds.
But then
diamond
they're
eyes.
not paying for the diamonds. I think they could just supply their own. I don't know.
I'm curious
I'm not
if it
an
was
expert.
like good chocolate.
Me too, right?
You know,
How shitty would it be if that was like crap chocolate and the price was literally for the glamorous like appearance of it?
it's for the sake of it, how big
Yeah.
it is with the diamond eyes.
Yeah.
Which like my picture
And
is
for
like, kinda
something to
creepy.
be but it would have to be good chocolate, because for it to be 548,000 calories.
Yes, but also like, because we don't know. It doesn't say how big it was,
No.
does it? I don't know, because it could just be really big, which is why it has so many calories.
Yeah.
I'm assuming if it was that
But
much,
for
it must
like
be
219 people, like what the fuck?
filled. That's
It's gotta be big, right? Isn't that crazy?
It's actually insane.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Um,
No wonder we have poverty in this world.
before Easter baskets, children would put eggs in a hat filled with straw.
That's kind of cute.
So that's where the straw basket came from. It was actually from bonnets with hay.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually super
Isn't that cute? And that was in the 1700s
Dang.
when it was brought, or when they brought the new Easter tradition.
There was an old one?
Well, like the eggs.
Oh, okay. So like
And
the early
they
modern.
celebrated Jesus. I'm assuming at that time, right? Now it's transitioned, but I'm assuming this was like you go to church and you celebrate. Like that was the
Yeah. We celebrate the Easter Bunny now.
who
So
lays
just like-
eggs. What the fuck? Okay, well now we're gonna go down in price a little bit here, but
okay.
you know, we're buying stuff for our kids. You're getting a little something every year for your special someone for Easter.
Yeah.
On average, how much do you think the North American shopper will spend a year on Easter goods?
This one's really tricky because for me, like I do remember I'd wake up Easter morning, and there'd be a basket on the table for me with like a generic like chocolate bunny, some chalk, and a skipping rope.
Mm-hmm.
And that's typically what I got, which I can't.
Yeah, why was it always a fucking skipping rope? Or
I
like
don't
one of
know.
those, what was that thing that we loved as a kid?
Oh, that.
The little skip it jump or
yeah,
whatever.
and if it hit your ankle, it was like
Oh, it came for
the
your fucking
worst
shin.
fucking feeling of the world.
Yeah, it was like stubbing your toe. That's how
Worse.
painful it was.
Yeah.
And it always had the worst sound because you always did it on concrete.
Yeah.
And so it would hit the gravel on the road and it always made this like
Yeah.
and
like
it was
dragging
torn.
rocks.
What the fuck was that thing called?
I think it was a skip it.
Skip It, that's what it was called. I always got to skip it. That thing was fun, dude.
It was fun.
But yeah, you were risking
very
bruised
harmful.
ankles though.
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah. I'm pretty sure
people
that,
didn't need to come for your ankles. You were coming for your own ankles.
Oh, 100%. Like, I'm surprised I don't have like a prosthetic leg, just from like how hard that thing would fucking take me out.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
It
like,
had
the
like a
shins,
decent
the
weight
knees.
to it.
Oh, it was.
Like it was like a stick of like, or like a sock with butter. Like you could really do some.
It was like
damage.
nickels.
Yeah,
like
sorry,
sock
of nickels.
Nickels.
Yeah, it hurt. It
hitting
hurt.
you at like a very rapid speed because you.
So you get like a skipping rope. You get candy. You get the basket.
Yeah, some chalk.
Chalk.
That's essentially it. It wasn't very.
What
glamorous.
would boys get?
My brother would get chocolate and maybe some like he is an artist, so maybe some like art supplies. I think
I feel like my brother's got maybe
chocolates.
race cars and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Like when I think of the Easter gifts, I actually can't envision what like a young boy would get during that time.
No, I can't either.
Nothing.
Just chocolate.
Just chocolate.
So I can't imagine people spend a lot of money, but that's just from my personal experience.
Yeah.
Because it's Easter, you know?
Yeah.
There's Christmas, which is Christmas.
I would care to wager that they spend less on Easter than they do on Valentine's.
Oh. I mean, that does also try to check out. Like how much does like the average household make or
it says
spend?
How much does the average shop spend? Wow. Nope. The average shopper spends blank during Easter.
I will say $100.
Okay, you're not far off. So it says Easter really adds up between dinner, new outfits for church service. I never thought of that.
No, I didn't.
All the
think that
goodies
either.
for Easter. Who the fuck's buying a new dress for
church?
I've never thought about that. If you have kids, expect to spend $250 or more on the festivities.
No.
But on average, the shopper spends $170.
Go to Dollarama.
It is estimated that $2.8 billion will be spent on Easter in 2023. So last year...
What year is it? Is it 2024
it's 2024
now? Okay.
I don't know how much people spent, but $20 million. That's a pretty...
20 million?
Serious...
That's a lot of...
I understand why people are coming out with eggs and candy and all this stuff. So, yeah, but you know what? Let me say this. A big bag of mini eggs costs like an arm and a leg now.
It does. No, actually,
like
for
$30.
real. No, for real. And, like, when I think of Easter chocolate...
Mini eggs.
It's mini eggs. When I see mini eggs any other time of the year, it's like I ignore it. It doesn't exist. It shouldn't be on the shelf because to me it is an Easter chocolate.
I have eaten mini eggs outside of Easter because they're just so good. The micro and mini eggs are just, you throw some in your mouth and then you just let it melt. But I will say they do taste different to me during Easter, and I think it's because it's symbolic for me.
Yeah.
And no one's been able to compare. Like, they have other versions of mini eggs.
Yeah.
But they just taste like shit.
Eggies are not cute. They're not it.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say, it makes sense. But if you're buying like Ferrero Rocher or Lindt chocolate, like that stuff's going to add up. And then if you're buying apparently a new dress, who the fuck has this economy? Who's buying a new dress every Easter? But I can understand because maybe you want like that nice pastel yellow dress or whatever.
Get one and reuse it. But I don't know.
Yeah, on average, $170.
$170.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
$250 if you have children.
$250 with children, I think, is wild. Go to Dollarama. Straight up, go to Dollarama.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can have the Easter festivities if that's what you want to do at home.
Yeah.
I'll be so for real. If you have that money, if you're in a financial position to be like, I can spend $250, I don't know, per kid. I actually don't know. If that was like...
It just says on average $250.
I guess it depends on how many kids you have.
Just
and like
kids,
the age.
Plural.
age
It
range.
says, but expect to spend $250 or more on the festivities. My parents stopped giving me shit when I was like 13.
I think same.
And they just went, yeah, and the Easter Bunny's not real. And I was like, fucking bet. And they're like, yes, neither is Santa. And I was like, okay, pop off.
Devastation.
Just fucking destroy me. Happy Easter. Like,
I was, I think, a little too old when I found out that Santa didn't exist.
like define too old.
12?
Yeah, I think I was the same age as you.
I feel like for kids now, it's...
I mean, I feel like I knew. Actually, I think I fully knew because I had seen my parents going into their closet to grab this really pretty lamp and take it downstairs. And the next morning, the lamp was under the tree with my name on it, and it said "From Santa." That's when I knew.
Oh.
It was a really pretty lamp. It was like a purple lamp.
I kind of caught on. I mean, like, I think by, like, 12, it was more so, like, verbally confirmed to me.
Yeah.
But I think I knew beforehand because I would notice that Santa's writing and my dad's writing was
Yeah,
very similar.
That too. Yeah. Or they'd be like, "Oh, there's another present here," and they'd bring it from upstairs, and I'd be like, "Fucking liar." So Easter is the oldest Christian holiday on record.
Oh,
Makes sense.
not his birth though.
Well, it's his resurrection. So how old is that? That's after Christ, after death, after AD, whatever AD is. I don't know when that started, but you know, St. Patrick's Day, they're celebrating a saint. Valentine's Day, they're celebrating a saint. Christmas, they were celebrating a saint. And Jesus. And Halloween, they're celebrating evil spirits. So it makes sense that Easter is the oldest because it was the resurrection of Christ.
Oh,
That was a long time ago.
I guess so. I don't think I really like know how long ago that was in like history.
I don't either, but I'm assuming it's fucking...
Probably very long.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be like I'm assuming we're 2000 AD.
Well, and it says here every Sunday Christians would celebrate the resurrection of Christ. Over time, it evolved into the pagan holiday that is now celebrated.
Interesting.
So Sunday is Easter Sunday, not Monday. I don't know why I said Monday. We just get Monday.
I thought
Easter Monday, but then there's Good Friday.
well, it's like like Easter's on Sunday, but then there's Easter Monday. I think. Where
Yeah,
it's just
but I
like-
think that's like a statutory thing.
Yeah.
So eggs, the reason that they were created to be dyed
Mm-hmm.
would be, what do you think?
Oh God. Well, it's a religious holiday. I'm trying to put this into like a very Catholic perspective.
Sorry, I like totally unplugged my fucking mic. Continue.
It's okay.
Yeah, you do. You have to come from that perspective.
Okay. It was Jesus' favorite colors, and he read Green Eggs and Ham when he was a kid.
I don't think that's an Easter book. What? Green Eggs and Ham would definitely have to be a St. Patty's thing if it was a holiday.
But he was like, okay, I take your green eggs and I up you purple, blue, and yellow.
But green eggs and ham is a sunny side up egg. Eggs and Easter are hard boiled.
He liked to switch things up.
And I think that's just to prevent breakage.
He took inspiration from Dr. Seuss, who was obviously there during Jesus' time.
Yeah, okay. Your boy Zeus.
Your boy Seuss.
Hey Zeus and Zeus.
Maybe it was like to distinguish between like religious eggs versus like regular eggs.
I mean, you're close.
Okay, that's my best guess.
In Easter Catholic churches, eggs were dyed to represent the blood of Christ before being blessed and distributed to people in the church.
The blood of Christ?
Yeah. So
they were blue.
They originally were red.
Oh.
Yeah. And they were dyed and then given to people. You know how like when you're in like
here's my
Catholic
blood egg.
church, they give you like the cracker and the water, and it's supposed to represent like body of Christ. That was that, but for like Easter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Slay. I don't know if I'd want like
Slay. They hand you an egg. Slay.
Slay. I don't know if I'd want like a blood egg. I'd be like, thank you. Why am I eating this?
Well, it's the blood of Christ. That's what the water and wine is supposed to be.
But like, Why do I need the blood of Christ? Like, what does that serve? Like, is it helping me? Is it like healing? Like, I don't know.
I think it's like to atone for your sins and stuff. It's like it's like what I don't know the story very well, but it's like when he sat at the table with his 11 disciples or whatever, and he's like, here's the bread and the wine is the blood of like my blood. I think it stems from that.
Oh, okay.
Because that was right before he was
crucified
and then resurrected.
Okay.
I think it ties into that story.
Oh,
I think all of this is a symbol for that story,
probably
right?
that's gotten like commercialized and
Oh,
turned like
for sure.
bright green, yellow.
Now we have people spending $50,000 on a goddamn rabbit.
That's insane.
This is like easy. What is the average preference for chocolate of most adults? Dark or milk?
Milk.
Yeah.
Duh.
Next.
Do you like white chocolate?
No.
I do, but it depends on the white chocolate.
It's not chocolate, right? It's just sugar.
I don't know why it's like white.
I don't think white chocolate is chocolate.
I think it's like milk sugar.
I think it's just straight up sugar and milk. And it tastes like it. It tastes like I'm taking a teaspoon of sugar and just putting it in my mouth. It's
overly sweet.
So fucking sweet. I got an Easter bunny once that was white chocolate, and I wanted to throw up after I ate it because I felt so sick. I love milk chocolate for sure, hands down.
Milk chocolate is the superior chocolate.
It is the superior chocolate. Sorry. So yes, eggs, symbol of what?
Birth.
Rebirth, yeah. So again, the resurrection of Christ. Like, this is all religious symbolism. Easter is a religious thing.
Well, thank you. I could have.
This one was interesting because I didn't know this was a fucking thing. If you think jelly beans, do you think Easter?
No.
Apparently, jelly beans were created for the Easter holiday.
Really?
Yeah. So jelly beans you see more of it during Easter, which I think I could agree with that. Like, I feel like I see jelly beans on shelves in Superstore more around Easter than I do.
I don't know if I've ever noticed.
Well, I've never craved a fucking jelly bean.
No, neither have I. Maybe as a kid, only because I just liked.
They always just tasted so odd to me.
They taste like wax.
And like, if I'm gonna eat a jelly bean, I might as well just eat a gummy because jelly bean is a poor representation of gummy. But apparently, Americans will consume more than 16 million jelly beans during an Easter holiday.
Americans?
What the fuck, dog?
How many jelly beans?
16 million.
That's too many.
Yeah. Enough to fill a plastic egg the size of a 9-story building. And that's what I think jelly beans stem from, is they would put jelly beans in eggs. Like in the plastic eggs.
Oh.
When you went on Easter egg hunt, that's what you would find.
You know what? Okay, that checks out because I do have memories of like opening those plastic eggs
and just being sorely disappointed. Being like, I did all this labor for this shit.
Or like the shitty chocolates. Every now and then you'd get a kiss, like a Hershey's kiss.
Or like the cream eggs.
Oh, and that was like, okay.
Yeah. Or like the mini eggs, right? You put mini eggs or something. Yeah. I didn't know this, and I have a story about this actually because I just had this happen to me yesterday. But pretzels are linked to Easter.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah. So again, religious symbolism. Pretzels are representing the twist in the arms that cross in the prayer. So you know how when people like are baptized, they like do this shit?
Yeah.
That's what the pretzel is created from. So every time you eat a pretzel, you're honoring our Lord and Savior.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy,
I can
dude?
see it now.
Yeah. And to add to that, I had never had a baked pretzel in my life. Like, I had the regular pretzels, the crunchy small ones, but I had never had a baked pretzel before. And yesterday, Leo and I went to the mall, and I had a baked pretzel for the first time yesterday.
And?
Oh my god.
Changed your world, right?
I will go to Mr. Pretzel every time I'm at the mall now. Amazing.
I don't like
a little bit of mustard
pretzels.
And like the baked, and just a salted baked pretzel. Although they had a Parmesan version, and holy fuck. And then they also had the cup of like small pretzels that are kind of like mini, like pigs in a blanket, but without the pig, just the blanket.
Yeah.
And they had like cotton candy icing and cotton candy like crunchy candies on top. So I ordered it because I'm a 5-year-old.
Of course.
And so fucking good.
Really?
Amazing.
I've only had like I really just like the salty ones. Like the plain salty ones. Oh, when they're
I'm
so
very
warm.
adventurous. They had a Nutella one too that I'm sure is really good, but the salted and then the like mustard. I feel like a baked pretzel would be really good with like a Dijon.
Yes.
Like a kernel Dijon, like the kernels in it. But the white, or not the white, the bright yellow mustard was what I had it with yesterday. And literally, like just a little bit of butter and some crunchy like sea salt and
so good.
like I will continue to have that. And honestly, I could go down for a pretzel right now. That's how much I crave those baked pretzels.
Well, you can because it would make you a godly woman.
This is true. Every time I'm eating a pretzel, I'm gonna have to like bow my head or some shit.
That actually kind of blew, like that one fact actually blew my mind.
I didn't know that.
I
Isn't
had
that
no
crazy?
idea.
It makes sense though. I was actually watching the guy make the pretzel yesterday, and I was like, I wonder what the cross is for.
Like you're like, yeah.
It's
Oh.
praying hands. So we were talking about this, but the Easter bunny didn't always lay eggs in the Easter holiday. So fluffy bunnies stem from the Anglo-Saxon festival Easter. It's literally spelled Eastre. It's like a fancy Easter.
Easter.
Which featured a spring goddess who used the rabbit to represent fertility. So the rabbit represents Boinkin.
Oh. I love that. I love that part of my holiday.
It's all sex. The rabbit, it makes sense because rabbits, like, it's like a saying, bang like bunnies, because they literally don't stop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They go
and they have
at it.
they have it like they're like in like incestual.
That's weird.
They'll like do it with the brothers and sisters. We had the neighborhood that we were living at before.
Yeah.
They had bunnies, like not rabbits, like baby bunnies all throughout the neighborhood. Like even at the grocery store, you see a bunch of baby bunnies. And I'm assuming it's because a lot of people get baby bunnies for Easter. It's a very common thing, or baby chicks. And then they can't take care of them, so they let them out into the wild. And then they find each other and they just pop off.
They just go at it.
They go at it and they have like a million babies. And then those babies have babies. And then those babies have babies. So the neighborhood was infested with baby bunnies.
It sucked because
it was great.
So cute.
They were adorable.
They were so
But
cute.
I was terrified I was going to hit one with my car.
They were
terrified. And I actually, one night after a hard day of work, I had come home and I had seen a baby bunny who had obviously been hit. He wasn't like smushed. He had been hit by something enough that the impact like hurt his body. And I saw him take his little last breath. And I was like, I went home and Leo was like, how was work? And I was like, my life is a lie. Like I started sobbing. It was so sad.
Can I go off that slightly? Another tangent. Happy Easter, everybody. I was driving and there was a person in front of me also driving, and a squirrel was like running across the road. This person didn't like brake, didn't stop, didn't acknowledge it, and fully ran over the squirrel.
Oh my god.
And I watched it like get crushed under the tire.
That's so sad.
And
dude.
the way I like
I would be messed. Do you know, this is a funny story. This isn't a sad story. But before I realized that I was blind as a bat, I was driving and there was like a baby squirrel in the middle of the road. And I didn't know it was a squirrel that I was staring at the road. I thought it was like a rock because I have like far eyesight. Like I can't see things nearsighted.
You're nearsighted.
I'm nearsighted, so I can't see things far away. It's blurry. And so Leo has great eyesight and he was sitting in the passenger seat. And I was just casually driving and there was this baby squirrel just eating that little nut.
Just like innocently just watching you like mindlessly.
Just watching this car. And I'm having a conversation with him and he's looking at me like this fucking bitch doesn't realize that because anytime I see like animals crossing the road and there's a potential like that something could happen, I cover my eyes. I immediately cover my eyes and I cover my ears.
While you're driving,
like a scary movie.
I love that.
No, like if I'm in the passenger seat and something's about to happen, I'm like, fuck, like I can't.
Yeah.
I literally cannot compute. But he was like looking at me for a reaction, and I'm just having a conversation, but he was positioned where the car just went over him, so he wasn't anywhere near the tires.
Okay.
He was just like casually and the car goes over him, and he was like, do you know what the fuck you just did? And I was like, no. And he's like, that was a baby squirrel, and you continued to drive over it, and like you could have hit it. And I freaked out, and then I went to the optometrist. I realized I needed glasses, but yeah, like I think Leo told me a story once where he was driving on Stony and a bunch of baby bunnies were crossing the street, but like not in a unison line. They were like, let's fucking go, and some of them were like waiting and some of them were going, and so he was driving screaming as he's trying to avoid multiple baby bunnies. He said he didn't hit any of them, but literally it was like, let's take a basket of baby bunnies and just throw them into the middle of the road.
Yeah, massacre.
Yeah, and he didn't hit any of them, but they willingly crossed. Like they didn't know that there was danger ahead. It's kind of like, when the turtles hatch from the sand and they just all go towards the ocean.
Yeah.
And some get picked up by birds, and like it was like that, but he was the bird. He was the car in the middle of the road, hoping to not like take any of them out. So anyways, this neighborhood had so many bunnies, and they were fucking adorable, but they are a pest.
Yeah.
They literally like eat at wires, they go underground, like they're really bad for homes.
Yeah.
But they were so stinking cute. And it makes sense to me that bunnies represent fertility because, yeah, they boink.
They do.
They
boink.
Literally don't stop.
They've been boinking.
They've been boinking.
Continue to boink.
So anyways, the spring goddess, she would have a rabbit with her to represent fertility. And it wasn't until the Germans settled in Pennsylvania, of all fucking places,
Dracula,
that the tradition, right? That the tradition, this happened in is Pennsylvania with Transylvania?
I don't think Transylvania exists.
That's not true. That's not true, is it?
I don't know. Pennsylvania in like the United States?
No, Transylvania is a place.
Oh, I thought it was
Romania.
Made up. I thought it was made up.
Transylvania has to be a place because that is where
Dracula lives.
Not Dracula, the guy who created Dracula, the guy who is the reason Dracula exists.
Frankenstein.
No.
They all get mixed together.
Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, he made Dracula?
Yeah. His nickname was Dracula.
Whoa.
Because he would like drink blood and shit.
How embarrassing to have the nickname the Impaler. Like, that's so cringe.
No, it was terrifying. Do you know why he had the Impaler?
Yeah.
That's not a cringe name. Maybe now our millennials are sitting here being like, cringe, impale.
Impale.
But if you were in like mid-century 1700s, mid-century? No. And somebody's walking down the street and they're like, Vlad the Impaler is coming. Everybody run. I'd be like, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. I have no guns. He's got impalers. I got nothing. Like, I gotta get the hell out of here.
Also, what a horrible way to die.
Horrible
way to die.
The medieval methods of torture and death are just like so fucking out there, man. But anyways, Pennsylvania and Transylvania, I do not think I don't know if we are very smart because
no, clearly not.
I don't think they are the same place. It's a US state. Pennsylvania's next to New York and Washington.
Oh.
Hey, it's actually really close to Toronto.
Let's go.
Who would have thought?
We're
Boston,
very far.
Pennsylvania. Okay. Oh, it's next to Ohio, North Carolina, New Hampshire, like that area. What is that? The north? South?
The north-ish? By Maine.
It's east
way.
coast. Anywho, where were we going? Oh yeah, so they went to Pennsylvania, and they created the tradition that bunnies lay eggs because of the sign of fertility. I don't know why the fuck eggs was the thing.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It doesn't say.
Maybe because like you can eat eggs.
We were also talking about how people will spend money on a new outfit for church service every year, and we were like, what the fuck? The reason that started was because it was a superstition. You had to buy a new outfit or you were like cursed.
Really?
Yeah, so people believe that buying new clothes to wear on Easter would bring them good luck for the rest of the year. Lucky for us, the customs continue today. I don't know if lucky for us.
Lucky? Who wrote Lucky?
The author.
Why is that
I
lucky?
get a new outfit every year.
No, but that's money that you have to spend on something that what you're gonna wear once. I don't know. What entails for like a church dress? Like, is that something you can wear outside of church?
Yeah, I would assume.
I don't know. I don't wear dresses.
I don't know what you don't wear dresses
I wear church dresses.
in the summer. What is your go-to? A dress?
Honestly, short shorts and like a tank top.
I can't stand short shorts, which is hilarious because I love wearing shorts in the gym. But it's hard to see me in jean shorts. I wear them, but not often.
Why?
I don't know. I've always felt insecure in shorts, which is, again, this is funny because I don't feel insecure in shorts at the gym. But when I was a teenager, I always hated wearing jean shorts because I was self-conscious of my legs. And
Same.
so I would always hide them, but I also hate wearing pants.
Oh, I hate wearing
Sweatpants
pants.
not included and pajama pants not included. So dresses are literally my favorite thing because I just can live without wearing pants. It's the best thing ever.
Honestly, same.
It's literally a blanket on me.
But
a
mine
cute
are
blanket.
short. We'll say that. Mine are short. Probably not something.
I mean,
you'd wear to
if I
church.
envision, like, if I'm closing my eyes and I'm thinking of a church dress, it's like some kind of like uncomfortable material. Probably like a little peplum to it, like a little pop. Puffy sleeves. Like, I'm thinking like a little girl wearing a church dress. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
High neck, like a little button-up neck or whatever. Like
I would never
something
wear
like
that.
that. And like yellow. I see yellow.
I would never wear that.
I wouldn't. But see, again, like I don't know. Oh damn. I'm just on this website and an ad came up and it's an ad for a movie called Immaculate. And it's with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, I've seen the trailers. Oh, it looks so good.
It looks like a horror movie.
It is a horror movie.
Oh, pop off. Sydney Sweeney, I know people are kind of like, some people love her and some people hate her.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gorgeous.
I think she's so pretty.
And
she's very great actor.
I haven't seen her acting, so I can't speak on that.
I'm a fan of Euphoria,
but
and I will say she's a great actress.
But I will say, like gorgeous body. Like, I know I shouldn't speak on her looks of all things, but that's the only thing that I can speak to because I really haven't seen her acting. I never watched Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
But like, fantastic figure and very like naturally endowed on top, and like owns it in a very classy way. She's a pretty girl and she's talented. She's gorgeous. I would say she's this generation's Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. Or like Marilyn Monroe. Like, she fits into that kind of category. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Anyways, I would go see that movie for sure. Yeah, I have to watch the trailer, but I just saw that. Decorating eggs is a Ukrainian tradition. I did know that. Did you? Yeah. So what do you know about it? Declarage eggs, I think they're called. Yeah. I could be wrong. I don't know much about like the tradition, but I come from like a Ukrainian ancestry, so we used to do it. It'd be like wax. So you'd like wax whatever part of the egg you want white, and then you would like color it, and then you'd wax whatever part you want that color, and you'd color it, and then you keep doing it like that. That's exactly it. They're called pisankas. Pisankas? Pysankas. And yeah, it wasn't until the Ukrainian immigrants came to the U.S. that this custom took on. Yeah. Yeah. They're actually really, like, they are like the, what is it called? There's like decorative eggs, and then like this is like the Louis Vuitton. Yeah. Yeah. They're so much prettier. Yeah. So we were talking about Easter egg hunts. This was a medieval tradition that started. Oh, fun. And the tradition was that when they went to church, somebody would take an egg and they would the priest would throw a hard-boiled egg to one of the choir boys, and he would continue to toss it to his peers like hot potato, and whoever was holding the egg when the clock struck 12 was the winner and got to keep the one egg. Was the winner? Yeah, so they didn't have famine that day. Like, that one person didn't get to starve. Yeah. Didn't get to starve. Yeah. Like, starving was a luxury. Yeah. That one person didn't have to starve. Isn't that interesting? That's so interesting. I like that it was just one hard-boiled egg, too. Yeah. Well, I'm sure eggs were a little bit rare, like, back in the medieval days. Like, I don't know if people just had chickens on chickens. It's probably one chicken that
I
laid an
actually
egg.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't need it either. I don't know why I'm saying that. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I like the idea that he's like, you get to fight over an egg.
I love how he threw it to the choir boys of
The
all
choir.
fucking.
Was there anybody else there, or is it just the?
I'm sure
choir
people
boys?
watched it, but the saying is that priests love choir boys.
Oh,
He was like, "You guys get an egg. You get to fight over the egg."
you get to fight over the egg.
I'm not gonna really talk about this one because it doesn't really matter, but this one said the first White House Easter egg roll was in 1878, so it was like a White House thing with President Nixon, and this Easter bunny looks psychotic.
Demonic.
Looks like it's on crack.
Oh my god, ew. Why is its glasses so big?
It's like a white bunny with like big purple eyeshadow.
You should
and
screenshot
lashes.
that and send it to our editor so he can maybe.
So he can put it in the podcast.
Yeah, so people know what you're talking about because that thing's gross.
Isn't that interesting?
I don't like him.
Yeah.
He's uninvited to Easter.
Easter is the second biggest candy consuming holiday. What's the first?
Halloween.
Pop off.
The only holiday. The only holiday that has the premise is candy. Besides dressing up, it's just candy. Mama, it's candy.
Okay, if you're eating a chocolate bunny, where's the first part you bite?
I bite the ears.
Yeah, every American does.
What the fuck else are you to bite? It's like the easiest thing to put your mouth on.
I don't know. I feel like I bite the feet sometimes.
I guess it depends on the
feet, but the
bunny.
ears seem more appetizing for sure.
I just think it's it's an easier place to start because they're longer and you can kind of work your way to the bulbous part.
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about
Was there
Easter.
anything that you didn't know that you were surprised by?
Most of it. The pretzel, I think.
I know.
Threw me
Same.
into a loop.
Same.
I don't think I'll ever be able to look at a pretzel differently.
So I told you my most vivid Easter memory, but what's yours?
I don't vivid Easter memory.
Yeah. If you can paint a picture for me, we're back in 2006.
I don't know if I really have one. My family didn't really have big traditions. I think the most exciting part was waking up. It was typically bright spring. So it'd be at least shiny, sunny out, even if there's still snow on the ground. And just walking downstairs, and there'd be our baskets would be on the table because it'd be me and my siblings. And you could tell whose was who based on the chocolate. Because my sister and older brother always got white chocolate, which is, as we said, disgusting. But I always got the milk chocolate.
Is it because you didn't like white chocolate?
No, I liked milk chocolate. White chocolate, it's good in small quantities, but not a big bunny like that. And yeah, I'd get chalk and a skipping rope, and it'd be exciting. I would eat some of my candy, and then I'd go outside and paint on the cement with my chalk.
What was in your sister's basket?
I honestly can't really remember. Because she's my.
She was so much older than you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been chalk and a skipping rope. It would have been a magazine and makeup.
It might have been Cosmopolitan and maybe some lip balm or something.
You should ask her. I'm curious what her answer would be.
I should ask her.
And your brother was artistic stuff.
I think so. Again, I don't know. I don't for all I know, they could have put rolls of weed, joints in his, and I wouldn't know.
You're oh, you got green stuff. I got green stuff.
I got green stuff.
You want to play with my green chocolate? I'll play with your plants. No. And then you would just go and play.
Yeah,
I don't ever remember us playing together on an Easter.
No, Easter for me, I don't even remember having big family dinners.
I feel like we would have a Sunday Easter dinner. Actually, we definitely had Easter dinners.
I don't remember.
And it was just like Thanksgiving.
We have them now. But back then, I don't really remember. I don't remember much about Easter.
I actually don't know if it's something that we do now. I do not remember if last year I went for an Easter dinner. I'll tell you now, if we have an Easter dinner this year. If my mom invites us for Easter. She might, but I cannot for the life of me remember if that's if that's a thing that we do.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing we do now, but it wasn't a thing that we did back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, as soon as like we said, like once you turn like 14, 13, whatever, and my parents stopped giving me things,
Mm-hmm.
I just it just became another day,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. Now it's just a holiday.
Now it's just
Now
a
it's just a
holiday.
day that I don't have to do shit.
And I will, like, for myself and my boyfriend, we will buy each other like small chocolates just to be like, here you go, but we'll indulge in them together. Anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
We don't do that.
It's just
There's
kinda-
nothing waiting for us on Easter. For
No,
each other.
same. I think that's.
We don't really do that for Valentine's Day either.
No, we're not Valentine's Day people.
We don't really. Sometimes we'll get something like funny, but like it's small, like it's not big. Okay. Do you have a Spencer question of the day that you want to give me?
If you could go back in time for 30 minutes anywhere, and you're like just a person, like no one's gonna like call the like, you can't change history. Let's just say that you can't change history, you can only observe, and like no one's gonna like be like, oh, witch, burn you immediately. You know? Like it's just 30 minutes, you kind of blend in with the crowd, you're sort of unnoticeable, but you can like live among people at any time, any point, like previous history. Like it could be like 20 minutes ago if you really wanted it to be. But that's boring.
I wasn't doing shit 20 minutes ago, but actually we were filming this podcast. Just 30 minutes? That seems so small.
Okay, we'll do like an hour, because that is a short amount of time. We'll do like an hour of just like observing. You can't change history.
Just an hour?
Just an hour. Should we make it a full day? Is that easier?
No, I don't know why my mind is going this way. It's not positive.
Oh god. Okay.
I was gonna say like the assassination of like Abraham Lincoln or like 9/11.
I don't know if I mean, I was kind of there for 9/11, so I feel like I wouldn't, like, would you just, like, where are you? Where are you in 9/11?
In New York.
Like, are you watching it?
Yeah. You said the event.
Yeah.
Watching the
you
event.
Can't change it.
Or maybe...
Right? There's so much history. Because, like, you don't have to limit it to, like, the 20th century either. Or the 21st century. Go as far back as you want. AD, BD, BCE, I don't know. Right?
Maybe...
Damn, you're thinking about it.
Well, this is a heavy hitter question, dude.
It is.
You can't just. This isn't like.
Happy Easter. Can I say mine then?
Okay, yeah, you say yours while I'm thinking about mine.
I would go back to before Alexandria's library burnt down, and I would read as much as I could.
Who's Alexandria?
It's a library from a long time ago that burnt down, but within this library it was said to have knowledge from all over the world. And because it burnt down, we lost a lot of like technological advancements that set us back 1,000 years.
This sounds like the library in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Sort of, but this was an actual library.
That was an actual library too. If I had to pick, if it existed, I'm gonna take a day.
Okay.
Not an hour. I would go to the lost city of Atlantis.
Slay. What are you doing there?
Just walking around.
Where is the lost city? Do we know?
Is it a real place?
I'm pretty sure.
Or is it just the movie that I watched with
No.
Milo?
I'm pretty sure it's like a real place. I think it sunk. I think the land gave out.
The city of Atlantis is a fictional island, mentioned in the works of ancient Greek philosopher Plato.
I thought it was real. You know where I'd go? I'd go ancient Greece, I think.
Oh no, it's real.
It is?
Wait. Yeah, it's in the Mediterranean. It's in the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh, so it did sink.
Where is the lost city of Atlantis, and does it exist? Atlantis, the legendary blah blah blah. Oh wait, invented the island nation in order to illustrate a point of the dangers of aggressive imperialism. Pop off, Plato. Atlantis was no utopia, rather it was a foil for an idealized version of Athens. Okay, so it's not real. Well, no, fucking sucks. Okay, hold on. Then let me change my answer.
I think I'd go back to ancient Greece.
Yeah, like ancient Greece.
Maybe one of the Chinese dynasties, and just walked around like a city or whatever.
Yeah, like Imperial Japan, or not Imperial. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like back when Japan was like
isolated,
or honestly, I know a lot of people have their own opinions, and I've never been like deeply into it. Like I've never been like, I need to learn everything about this. But maybe the moon landing would be cool to be a part of and see. Again, I don't know, I'm assuming it was real, but a lot of people are like, it wasn't real and it was a fake. If it was real, I would have loved to be in the room with the men who created that, like in the NASA
NASA.
NASA in the NASA room.
You know, okay, if that's the case, because this is obviously hypothetical, and like let's just say we can like go back in time, and no matter what, we can always come back unharmed, but we can't like harm anyone, change history, do anything. We're just kind of almost like a ghost of that time. I would be with the astronaut, like if it's real. And
I don't know if I would want to be in space, but I would want to be a part of it, sitting on the edge of my seat. The feeling of watching somebody do it and going, we did it, without anything happening. Like, I don't know. I've never had the desire to be in space.
Neither have I. But I would.
Like, it actually freaks me out a little bit how insignificant you would feel.
I think you'd have an existential crisis for sure.
Or like, if, again, we're not harmed, and you could just observe without being in the act. Like, if I could hover over the space, I would go back to the, like, I don't know if it's the Jurassic period or if it's the Cretaceous period, but I would go back and I would want to see the creatures that lived in the ocean.
Ooh, I like that.
Like the dinosaurs that existed in the ocean.
Well, then
big monsters.
I would want to go back to the dinosaurs too. I want to know what a T-Rex actually sounds like, because I saw like a TikTok of like what it actually would have sounded like, and it's
terrifying
way worse than the movies.
Terrifying.
The movies, they look silly compared to like.
Yeah, I think I would want to go back and see what the dinosaurs actually looked like and how that space actually looked.
How big everything was.
Yeah.
How different the greenery probably was.
Yeah, or like, again, I think it's a Hollywood idealized version of it, but you know in The Great Gatsby when they talk about the environment of the roaring 20s, I think I would want to be downtown New York during that time to see what it would be like at night. People like drinking and partying and like what it was like.
That's a cool one.
Flapper girls and the old cars and like what was that like? Or maybe the Berlin Wall, like falling would have been a cool experience.
There's so much you could go back. You could go back and watch like the Great Wall of China be built. You could watch the pyramids be built. You could go back to
there was so much slavery
Babylon.
With the pyramids being built. I don't know if I would have been. I don't know. Like again, I was gonna say like watching the end of like the extinction of dinosaurs, but I actually think that would make me sad. Like I don't think I would enjoy that. I would just want to leave.
What if? Okay, sorry, I know we're like getting near the end, but I'm just so curious. What if you went back and watched the dinosaurs become extinct, but it was in a way that you were not expecting? Like, say, like aliens came and just destroyed. Like, I don't know. There was something, and you came back to like be like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened, and no one believes you.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that's what would happen.
See, I think I'd go crazy to be like, no, like I swear to God, like I watched it. And people were like, shut up.
I'd be like, okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I would be like, yeah, no one is going to believe this.
Would it change like how you feel the world?
For sure.
Like if you
I don't
knew-
think you can. If a giant like walked over to Earth and just took a big shit on it, and that's how the dinosaurs died. I don't think I could unsee something like that.
I think that would be kind of iconic.
That's what the asteroid was. It was just a dump
It was just a huge shit hurled into Earth.
and became a comet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
caused an ice age question mark?
Yeah, the Ice Age was created after that.
Because it was so stinky that it blocked out the sun.
Somebody had to turn on the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fan took a while to turn on.
Yeah. And that is the Grand Canyon.
This is now canon history.
That was the size of the dump.
Yeah.
It was a Grand
It was a
Canyon.
big dump. Huge
Oh
dump.
my god. That was a really good question. I'm impressed with that question.
Thank you.
I have one question for you.
Okay.
Name a woman.
I don't know. Rosa Parks?
That's fucking insane.
Why?
That was the name that came into my head.
Really?
That's bonkers, dude. I literally went name a woman. I went Rose. Like immediately.
My mind went to like Rose too, and then I couldn't think of someone that was like a Rose, and then it went Rosa Parks.
Yeah, same here. I went Rosa Parks, and then you went, oh, I don't know, and you said Rose, and I thought you might be like Rosie O'Donnell, and then you went Rosa Parks.
Definitely Rose was the first name, which is weird. I wonder if there's like a psychic.
What the fuck?
Can we read each
We're just
other?
we're just a little kick.
Just a little. We just got a little bit of it.
Yeah, we're not sidekick. We're just a little kick.
We're just a kick.
Yeah,
Like not side.
that's actually kind of crazy.
That is.
I
Out of all the women,
okay. Name another woman.
I don't. Kristen Stewart.
Okay, we were off.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking like I was thinking of the woman that raised chimps. What's her name? It starts with an M. It starts with an M.
You don't even know her name.
It starts with an M. Hold on.
Marilyn.
Well, then that's okay. That's the name that came in my head, and then I went Marilyn Manson, and then I went, no, that's not a woman, that's a man. And then I went Marilyn Monroe. But what is her name? Woman that raised chimps. I was her in junior high.
Were you? Was
Yeah.
she the same one that got her face ripped off?
No, no.
Different person.
The chimp that did that though, his name was Travis.
Travis Scott. Just kidding, Travis Scott. It would be a
Raised
Travis, too.
chimpanzees and apes. What the fuck was her name? Woman that worked with monkeys.
Miriam.
Marilyn? Jane Goodall.
Oh, no, we were wrong. I should have known that too. Oh my god. That was one of the drag queens in RuPaul's Drag Race. Literally.
Jane Goodall?
He did her for Snatch Game. It wasn't very good.
Wow, okay.
We were so
we need
wrong.
to stop because we're not getting better at this.
We suck.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, if you want to find us, you can find us on social media at the dysfunctional duo. The dysfunctional duo. And on YouTube, we are dysfunctional duo. And we'll see you guys next week.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Eat a lot of chocolate. Stay away from the jelly beans.
Stay away from jelly beans, but you know what? A pretzel might not be that bad.
Yeah, maybe you need a pretzel in your life. Just saying. All right. You guys have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Friday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.